Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Ljubljana, Slovenia. This is the semifinals of the Under-20 EuroBasket, and once again, we have an opportunity to see some of the finest young talent, not just in Europe, in the world. Let's just throw that out there. Croatia already compounding their disappointment following their loss to France. They lose to Turkey 73-72 in their classification game, and you can see that Spain-Serbia will be following up this one. We got to this stage, Slovenia winning over Turkey and France overcoming Croatia, of course Spain squaring off against Serbia. Serbia having to beat Greece, and Spain overcoming Germany in the quarterfinals. So the business end of the tournament, it doesn't really matter how many games you've won to get to this point. You're here, and now you have a chance to get to the podium. And the winner of this game knows it will be on the podium. So the winner will make it to the final. The loser will still have a chance to finish third. They would have to obviously win again tomorrow, get over the disappointment. That is a very tough game to win. But nevertheless, once you do win it, you end up feeling better than the team that loses in the final. It's one of the oddities in these tournaments. You always want to leave on the back of a win, leave a big tournament like this. So France, having come from behind, they won in overtime. Like a cat with 9 lives, so to speak. They come out and make it this far. They're not going to have one of their star players, Mohamed Sanke, who got injured late in the quarterfinal against Croatia, and that's a big absence. Nevertheless, there he is. You can see him kind of limping out. We understand that it was an Achilles injury. They don't want to take any chances with the young man, obviously, at the start of the right cut down the opposition by these guys goes for weeks, so don't make them intimidate the might of France. They're coming out to win, and they're coming out to win in a big way. So now the players on the courts for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up if you're able. These are both national anthems. First national anthem of France.
national anthems played, coaches shaking hands, and we will be getting you the starting lineups and going over some things. Slovenia being led by Orban Kroflic, 16 points and 6.8 rebounds per game. Mark Pageant has been doing a great job in the assist department, leads the team. And this is a Slovenian team that's, again, hoping to get the big win on their home court. Yorgos Porsanidis from Greece, the crew chief. We've got Szynkowski from Poland, and also the referee from Israel here today, Ori Shalhavi. So Thomas Friedel, commissioner of Denmark, sitting courtside. Starting five for France. So Johan Sissoko, Tadis Solu, Juan Ikanga Ihawa, Sohan Mindi, and Mohamed Diakite, who's been really leading this team. And Mihal Ai, the head coach. Talking about leading the way for France. Diakite is an outstanding 12.6 points, 7.2 rebounds. And starting five will be Mark Pageant, Leon Varakovic, Orban Kroflic, Baba, and Lovo Laganel. A whole bunch of players coming off the bench as well from coach Daniel Radosavljevic. So we will see how France shake things up without Sanke, Mohamed Sanke, who, again, an important member of this team, but got hurt in the quarterfinal. The quarterfinal, come from behind quarterfinal win, in fact, over Croatia. France winning that one 76-66, and it looked like they were going down in the fourth quarter, but they got up off the canvas and won it. There he is, Radosavljevic, the head coach for Slovenia. And well, how big was Sanke against Croatia? He had 18 points. He had 11 rebounds. And you hate to lose a player that plays that well at the business end of the tournament. So somebody else is going to have to step up. Who will it be? Well, we'll find out. Mohamed Diakite also had a great game, 20 points, 11 rebounds. So that was a couple of towers of power coming at the Croatians that ultimately got the team to the finish line. But really, Slovenia were convincing so far in all of their wins. This will be a mighty test for the French team. Slovenia beating Turkey by 18 points in their quarterfinal showdown, 90-72. They also beat Belgium in the round of 16 clash, 88-61. Well, hello everybody. We are underway here in the under-20 EuroBasket, the first semifinal between France and the host Slovenia. And already an offensive foul moving screen appears. Let's have a look. If indeed that was called on Mendy. And the lob already, Slovenia going for the high percentage look. And Lovro Faganel with the big jam. Well, really, it was more of the getting up over the rim and kind of laying it in. Didn't really rock the rim with that one, but nevertheless, it was impressive. It was indeed. That other foul was on Mendy for the moving screen. So France inbound the basketball, looking for their first points of the game. See if they can go down low, get a little bit of pressure out on the perimeter. And they're going to jack up a long. Oh, they do get the three. I thought his foot might have been on the line. So France take the lead with that first three. That was Diakite, showing his versatility. And driving in, and the foul. So Slovenia will be going to the free throw line. Kroflic does well when he puts the ball on the deck and is fearless, as you can see on that play, going to the basket, gets the call to go his way. So this will be a big concern for the French, cutting off this man with his penetration. Left-hander makes the first to knot the game at 3. And he looked good taking both of those. Kroflic makes both. Sissoko hands it off. Oh, almost a travel. And low to Diakite, and he has met at the rim, but good follow by Mendy. Bit of good fortune there. Good defense by Slovenia. And Diakite knows he is going to be in for a fight tonight down low from that, judging from that play. And again, just waltzing in. This time it's Pajan with the layup for Slovenia. And a foul called a little bit too physical here for Slovenia, but just kind of weaving his way in. That's one thing about this Slovenia team, is their physicality. Kind of setting the tone for how they want this game to be played. Sissoko. Mid-range, and offensive foul coming over the back. Crash on the boards. So Mendy is going to sit down. In fact, that's his second foul. So that is a huge concern, especially with Sanke not playing today. So you already lose one big, and now you lose another one to early foul trouble. And Coach I has to look at his options on the bench. Slovenia have had success driving to the basket. Let's see if they continue to do that, or they're going to put up something from deep. Yep, they're going to go deep, and it is a good-looking shot. Kroflic, well-rounded, very competent. And already kind of announcing that he is potentially a game winner in this one. The way he started. Of course, he's played well all tournament long. Came in averaging 16 points, 6.8 rebounds, 4.4 assists. So he's across the board with his contributions, but nobody gets out and guards the shooter. And Solyak knocks down his jumper, his three, and the whistle blows and the foul. So I think that was before. Oh no, they're going to count this, it appears. So on the shot, saw the man going up for the potential alley-oop, but the ball goes in, and also they blow the whistle. So everything going well right now for Slovenia on this end of the floor. Pageant steps up and completes the three-point play. Suyak. Now France driving, missing, crashing the boards. They're going to get it back. They're going to go straight back up. And they go for, oh, it looked like he may have knocked it off the rim, and they stuck with it. And not a lot of answers that time by Slovenia. Diakite, very active on the glass. And you can see how he can rack up some rebounds, rebounding his own misses and putting them back up and in. Ball movement for Slovenia. Nice entry pass by Kroflic. And kind of a twisting, turning shot by Lovro Faganel. Diakite puts it on the deck, drives in, follows up his miss again, misses, and lets it go out. I think if he had chased that, he wouldn't have had a very good option, so he was wise to let it go. Basketball inbounded. Skip pass. Three-point shot, you can count it. And Diakite coming up with some answers here with his team up against it early and closing the gap to one. Quickly, the other way. Kravkovic missing it quickly. Odre gets it down, and a twisting, turning, and Diakite, oh, this time, excuse me, that was not Diakite, that was Natabare, and he wasn't successful with the putback. Good D, oh, ball goes off of France. No, it goes off of Slovenia. It's going to be France basketball. France with an opportunity to take the lead. Kanga Hahawa. There's Diakite. Shot clock winding down, has to put it up and just barely gets to front of the rim. Now quickly the other way, Slovenia. That's all the makings of a tasty one. Drive, kick, and a three-point shot, and no good for Zdravkovic again. Quickly the other way. And France will get to the free throw line as Diakite this time goes right to the rim. And he is looking forward to taking a break, probably the way he's going at it. Took it right to Pageant, who thought he had pretty good defense, but I think oftentimes you're going to see the offensive player get the call to go to the free throw line. And Diakite has started very well. Diakite sinks that one and is really carrying the French right now with his scoring, puts them back in front. Diakite already with 10 points and 3 rebounds, and I'm not surprised he goes and sits down. He was huffing and puffing. He was able to bear down and make those free throws, but he needs to sit down for a couple of seconds. Slovenia get an open look down low, quickly attacking. Hrabar rather, gives them the lead right back. Kanga Ihawa, looks like he's got some handles. No, good defense, reaching in, knocking it away. A little bit naive. And whistle blows again. Pageant has been a handful so far. So France already over the limit. It's a long time to go before the end of the first quarter, but again, you can see Slovenia as well. Some of their guys are a little bit gassed here. Playing at a very fast pace here at the start of this game. First one is good. Remember, Slovenia won this tournament back in 2000 and 2004. And they made it to the final in 2024 in Poland. Or they lost to France, in fact. So he makes both free throws. And now it's a 3-point advantage. And with Diakite out of the game, France are going to have to figure some things out without their leading man. Ball kicked. Talk about France having won a lot lately. Won it in 2023, 2024. Also won it in 2010. Won the 4th title. They also have several other podium finishes. There's a great rim protection, the swat. And both players stay down, but it looks like a foul might have been called here. So Douglas drove in and might be fortunate if this call goes his way. Oscar Wembanyama is now in the game as well, number 3. Looks like he has, similar to his older brother, Victor, facially. Not quite as tall as his older brother, but nevertheless, big talent. And the free throws are good for France. Slovenia, their lead cut to just 1 point. Now France, a little bit of token full court pressure. Now they fall back. 3.5 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Diakite with 10 points for France. Out of the game now, resting up. And another 3-pointer for Orban Kroflic. And France try to answer with a 3. But Pawn is off target. Slovenia not messing around, getting it down quickly. Rosic in the game, number 1. And another whistle and another foul and more free throws coming for Slovenia. It's Pageant once again. So Pageant stepping up to the line. So far Pageant 5 points. Good free throw shooter, came in shooting 84%. I mean, he had attempted 32 free throws coming into this game. This is the first. But he was 27 of 32. I think any coach would take that. And he does indeed make the second. So 5-point advantage here in Ljubljana for the home team, Slovenia. And trying to get a little bit more movement on offense. And Wembanyama knocks down the three from the wing. So you can see why he's kind of being projected as a 3-and-D player. It was a nice stroke and very timely at that. And nobody picks up, and boy, what a reprieve for France. Diakite back in the game, brings the basketball up the floor, kicks it to the corner. Now they bring it back out. France looking a little more dangerous and putting it up and tying the game. And just like that, the bucket from Douglas notched the contest at 22-22. Both teams looking like they're a little bit better when they play up tempo. Slovenia called timeout here with 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Watch this on the EuroBasket channel. Well, it really felt like Slovenia were starting to get a little bit of momentum, some wind in their sails. Diakite sat down, and France were on the back foot, but Coach A brings Diakite back in, also brings Wembanyama into the game, and Oscar Wembanyama, the younger brother of Victor, just knocked down a three-pointer. And Douglas followed with a long two to tie the game. Spain, Serbia coming up next here at the Under-20 European Championship. So whoever wins this game knows they've also got a very tough game coming up in the final. This is all about surviving. You would think this game, this one could go all the way. Now referees want to review something. I don't know if it's a time situation or if the ball, if they're looking at if a three-pointer should count, if it should be a 2. Yeah, so they've taken one of the 2. They've taken one of the 3s. I'm not sure if that was Wembanyama. Might have been another French player's 3. Is it Diakite, perhaps? Anyway, they've taken one of the points away, so it's 22-21, Slovenia on top. Three-point shot, no good. And France now respond quickly. Oh, nice speed from Wemby, younger Wemby. And looks like they're going to blow the whistle. France almost psyched him out. Three-point shot, rims out. Diakite gets it, goes back up, and he is blocked from behind. Looked like he had the great footwork to get ready to score. And now Slovenia go the other way, and it's hard to know if players are hurt or not. France are hustling down the court to help with Soren Brock, who's down. And I don't know if he got like a finger in the face or, let's have a look. Here he is. And so it wasn't, it was the ankle is what it was. But initially, one of the other French players kind of stopped, kind of hesitated, expecting a foul to have been called out on the perimeter. And the man guarding him for Slovenia also stopped, like just for a split second, thinking a whistle had blown, and then the player just kind of shook it off for France and started attacking again. But it does look like Brock has turned his ankle. He's being helped off the court. So I thought that was a very, very good sign to see his French teammates, all of them, sprint down to check on him once there was a dead ball, basically sprinting the length of the court. So the basketball inbounded with less than a minute and a half to go in this first quarter, the opening semifinal between France and Slovenia. Slovenia leading at 22-21, and neither team has lost in this tournament. So three-point shot, unbelievable. And a chance, let's see, is there a foul down low? Is it on the shot? So Hrabar knocks down the three to take it up to a 25-21 lead. And it looks like it's a foul on Slovenia. Sujak makes the first. Still waiting for the official confirmation, but it looked like Hrabar did count his three. Ooh, this is the second. And he gets tied up. Nobody was there to help him out. Good opportunistic defense by the French here. Slovenia have led from start to finish. I think, looks like I could have sworn the French had been ahead a couple of times. Just looking back at the lead tracker. And did not get it across midcourt in the allotted 8 seconds. So that's a mistake by Slovenia. Three-point shot. Wembanyama hits his second three of the game. Impressive stuff. Ties it at 25. Quiet quarterfinal. And that three answer not there, but a long rebound for Bolhar. And coming in from the baseline, France reaching and not moving their feet, give up a layup. And I believe the French will try to hold on here for this last shot. Of this opening quarter. Going to get up another three from the wing and miss everything. They get the shot up just in time, but it only goes off the top of the backboard. Holland is going to be helped up. And Slovenia head over to the bench with a 27-25 lead over France at the end of one. So the early numbers, both teams shooting free throws well. Both teams have knocked down some threes. So look back at some of the highlights. And again, the three-point shot has been big for both teams. So yeah, the point, what they did was they took away one of the threes for Diakite. He has 9 points. Subscribe to this channel for more. If you're enjoying this, there's going to be a lot of youth basketball over the summer, as always. Boys and girls. Great teams coming up as well. And you can see just by the number of fans in the stands how this event has kind of captured the imagination of the Slovenian public. There's no shortage of spectators. So many greats have worn the Slovenian jersey over the years. And many of them have played for the Slovenian youth teams. So 27-25, Slovenia on top of France here early in the second quarter. We get underway, and a very tough take, and the whistle blows in the foul, so Pond is going to the line. That was a very, very nice take by Pond. Well, good things happen when you get your feet wet, when you get into that lane area, especially if you are athletic. You can score, you can dish, you can get fouled. When you talk about Slovenian talent, there's been no shortage of French talent either in the youth ranks. So many greats have found their way to the NBA that have played for the French youth teams, including Oscar's big brother, Victor. Now regarded by many as the best player in the game. And boy, unlucky for Bolhar. All rimmed out. A chance for France to go in front. Three-point shot, and Wembanyama knocks down his third three of the game. Oh, good reach from Pond, and they don't give up on it. Bodies flying all over the court. And Diakite, look how fired up he is, and it's now the French that are taking it to the Slovenians. And the defense giving them a chance. Look like they're gonna potentially get a layup. Good hustle by number 22, Petkovski, for Slovenia, diving on the hardwood for the basketball, but in the end, Slovenia committed a foul. So it's Pajan. And that is a bit worrying because that is his second foul of the game. One of the more important players in the Slovenia team. Diakite, 9 points, 5 rebounds. Wembanyama a little short this time. 30-27, France on top of Slovenia. Minute and a half into the second quarter. Oh, and the blocking foul called. France thought they were there in time, but referee said, no, you were not. Medic going to the line. So we've got a timeout here with 8:24 remaining in the first half. And the chess match ensues. Coaches going to get a moment to speak with their players. It's France, in fact, that called the timeout. Coach A saying that he needs to make an adjustment. France, three-point shot's been huge for them. 5 of 9 from deep. And the pick of the litter has been Oscar Wembanyama has been knocking him down, providing that perimeter threat. And you know, when you start knocking down threes, that's going to open up some opportunities to go to the basket. He starts facing double teams. Somebody's going to be open. Manic misses the first. Well, I may have inadvertently given Oscar Wembanyama an extra 3 because the official stats have him with just 2. I thought he had 3, but anyway, 1 of 2 for Manic makes it a 2-point game for France. Remember, they lost Brock to an ankle injury. He was helped off the court. Nice drive. Diakite puts it up. Big rebound from Manic. Slovenia looking to play with that sense of urgency that had him in front. Good hands by Wembanyama, almost getting the steal. And in the end, Pageant is fouled. So Pong is going to go out. I like the energy that Pong brought, the energy and the physical approach to the game. So he'll be coming back into the game, you would imagine, before the end of this first half. Petkovsky, now Manic. Petkovsky, excuse me. Now the three-point shot, and finally it drops. Slovenia take the lead, 31-30. And a great answer and a chance for a three-point play for Sissoko. So you have to bear with me. I'm also trying to get some help from the live stats in this game. It does say Wembanyama does have 9 points, all from three-point range. So does not make it, but Diakite gets it and goes back, and for the second time today was blocked from behind. Paganel rejecting Diakite, then going Harlan in the block at the other end, and a little bit of rim protection. Both teams with SWAT teams. Excellent anticipation. Diakite getting his own back. So you're going to block me from behind, I'm going to come back and block you from behind. Should have one block there, at least. First semifinal of the under 20 EuroBasket. Sissoko hooping and scooping, drives in, goes under. Tried to do a little bit too much that time. Good move. Just didn't have the finish. Here's Padgett. Remember, he's got 2 fouls. Gets it over to the corner and held on to it a little bit too long. Now, foul has been called. Paganel's gonna not go to the line though. Only 3 fouls on France, but we are just 3.5 minutes into the game. Padgett from deep, he's got it. And again, just kind of underlines how crucial he is for Slovenia to stay on the floor. Three-point shot from the wing. France have been knocking him down from there today, but he misses that one. Rochi's rebound, hands it off to Padgett. Procic spins, gets it to the corner, wide open. Well, living dangerously. Wembanyama, the rebound, the run, the pass. France fumbled away, but then they get it back. Looked like Ojiri was going to make his move, and now push on Sissoko. Sends Petkowski down, and an offensive foul called on France. Hedge, keep it. Good D by France. Shot clock down to 6. Forcing Petrovsky going right, or rather left. Petkovsky not able to get it done that time. Pulling up, he was open. Sissoko off target. Padgett thought about going. Comes back out, hits his teammate, and the whistle blows. Wembanyama got there maybe just a little too late. I think that's what the referee was saying. So more free throws. Faganel steps up to the line and front and back of the rim and stays out. This is both. Somehow France didn't box out and they get a putback, Slovenia. So that was a missed opportunity for the French. Sissoko goes right in and has a chance for a 3-point play, and it's the 3rd foul of the half on Padgett. So huge sequence. Well, pretty tough call on Padgett. It looked like he was making sure that he didn't swing down on the basketball. Another miss, and coming over the back, getting away with Diakite. Slovenia have it, leading by 2. Pass to the corner, the three-point shot. That's it. The lead is 5. Good looking stroke. And the threes have been falling for Slovenia as well. Sissoko needs to make sure he doesn't turn this into a 1-on-5 game. And that shows you the move that he did earlier. Sissoko is definitely gifted, has the talent, and he goes to the undermove. This time is able to make it. Scoops it and hoops it. Back to a three-point game. This time the turnover. Diakite in the right place at the right time. Three-point shot. Just like that, we are knotted. Douglas, not for the first time tonight, knocks down an important jump shot. Douglas stops, doesn't hesitate. Slovenia with the timeout. 3.5 minutes remaining. What do you think about the MVP? Who's it going to be? Well, let's see who's been the MVP in the past. Francesco Ferrari, of course, last year. Zachary Parin the year before that for France, and before that, Ilias Camardin for France. Juan Nunez, of course, we saw him play for Spain. The World Cup. Denny Avdia in the NBA now, in Israel. Well, you really think that the most important thing for all of these players is to win the championship. That's what they're thinking about. Anytime you can get a title, those are the great times. And for these high-level players at these youth tournaments, I mean, they rate them. You talk to, you know, the Pau Gasols, for example, and Juan Carlos Navarro's when they won the world title as youth in Portugal, and they always went back and talked about that's where it all began. So these are important moments. How about the steal and the attempted putback, and in the end, Sissoko is there to take advantage. Boy, Sissoko can get up as well, can't he? Full court pressure, France leading now 41-39. I think they really caught Slovenia by surprise coming out of the timeout. Petkovsky lets it fly. Oh boy, did that hit the glass? Slovenia back in front. Both teams really knocking down some jumpers. Good hard defense. Wembanyama's got to be careful, doesn't commit the foul, and maybe forcing that a little bit. Douglas. And Sissoko with the foul on Petkovsky. So that'll be his second foul. That's a huge shot. Yeah, he did. He hit it off the top of the square and it went in. So I think the lesson there is sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. But nevertheless, things like that happen to good players. Petkovsky knocking it down. In fact, that's his first bucket of the day. And I just wonder if Coach A is going to bring Sissoko out. I think he is. He doesn't want to risk him picking up his third foul. Oh boy, have they called a technical foul? If they did, he probably does have his third foul. No, they didn't. Well, I'm not exactly sure what, in fact, what they've called, because looks like they've called a couple of technicals. Unless it was an unsportsmanlike. I guess it was an unsportsmanlike is what they've called. Three-point shot from the wing, no good. The box out there. Try to get you the the lowdown on what happened there, because 2 free throws and possession suggest it wasn't unsportsmanlike. Douglas to Wembanyama. Back to Douglas for 3. That was long. Diakite so good getting those hands up and getting those rebounds. I mean, the purest of the shooters for me is Wembanyama. There's the drive, and Diakite not able to convert. Slovenia looking to build their lead once again. They're up by 3. Three-point shot from the wing. How about Zdravkovic joining in on the party? And Slovenia have gone up by 6 points. Good meter behind the arc. And this is their biggest lead of the game. And it's coming right at the end of the first half. France 6 of 11 from three-point range, and Slovenia 6 of 11. So both teams shooting at a very high rate from deep. Backcourt pressure. So they bring it up the court. Sissoko had to go out of the game, and going in and drawing the foul. Great job there. Zdravkovic whistled for the personal. Still waiting for confirmation on that unsportsmanlike foul that was called on Sissoko. So it was indeed Sissoko was whistled for an unsportsmanlike foul on Petkovsky, which is why he had the 2 free throws and possession. I didn't really see the replay, but clearly not making a play on the ball and bumping into him, or grab without going for the ball was the call, but it was a big one. Momentum changing play. Now Slovenia with shot clock winding down, driving in, are you kidding me? And Hrabar raising the bar. Well, that's got to be one of the plays of the tournament right there, just taking it straight to the rim. Then he has kind of a nasty fall. He held on to the rim and then let go and came down hard. My goodness, he jammed that one home with 2 hands. Hrabar, look at this. Diakite trying to stay with him and just explodes to the basket. In fact, it looked like he dunked it and just did not hang on, just kind of lost his balance. Looks like he hit his chin, so that was a nasty fall. Certainly a highlight reel play. It's a 5-point lead for Slovenia. Douglas hands it off. Odry back in the game, number 9. He's got the ball. Odry, a little short. Wembanyama guarding the basketball right now, guarding Bolar. They switch. Shot clock down to 5. Bolar's going to get it up, and he's going to get it to go down. Great patience by Slovenia. Lovro Bolar takes it up. Their biggest lead of the game, 8 points. Ever since that unsportsmanlike foul, that has been a huge call. And now, Paganel whistled for the foul on the three-point shooter. Douglas is going to the line for 3 important free throws. He may have stuck his right leg out, but he's got the call, and he is going to the line. So 2.5 seconds remaining, so Slovenia need to do a good job of boxing out here, especially with Diakite in there. Douglas, the first of 3. Been at the line a lot today. Ooh, first miss of the day, in fact. And 4-5. Also has 11 points. And it does go down. And the question is it a bucket by Pond? And they're going to give him the 2. So a break, I mean, good aggressive play by France. I thought he was interfering. Maybe cost him a point. Oh my goodness, that almost went in. I think that would have counted. Well, terrific effort right at the end as France follow up the miss. It looked like it might have gone in, but they ended up getting a tap, and they ended up getting a 3-point trip down the floor. They trail rather 52-47 at the break. Look at that 3-point shooting for both teams, especially Slovenia. 9 of 15, 6 of 12 for France. It is a shootout. Both teams get to the free throw line. Almost twice as many assists for Slovenia. Douglas and Wembanyama and Diakite leading the way for France. Pageant, Kroflic, and Docic leading the way for Slovenia. So yeah, he didn't jam that one home. He just kind of laid it over early in the contest. But Pageant weaving his way. It took a while for France to wake up, but once they did, we started to see why they were in the semifinals. That was a tough twisting shot made by Paganel. One of the many threes made by Slovenia. Here's Wembanyama. I mean, he has got a nice looking stroke. I mean, that is textbook form. And Sissoko, so difficult to stop on the drive. And Pageant is usually as well. France were able to get the stop, but again, the 3-point shots have been going in. This was a terrific drive by Sissoko. And then pulling up on the break, Douglas after the turnover, and that was great work by Sissoko. I'm not sure that Petkovsky called the basket 3, but they all count. And then he has Dragicevic getting his first, and we have got a great semifinal here at halftime. Slovenia on top, 52-47. So second half action underway here in Slovenia, the first semifinal of the under-20 EuroBasket. France trailing the Slovenians who played better right at the end. Here's a drive and the shot. What a spectacular move by Sissoko. Slovenia quickly push it up the floor. Bring it back out. Great defense by Slovenia, swatting it out, Faganel. And you can see that Suyak, trying to be aggressive, goes back. The problem is he went back to the right hand. France will maintain possession with 15 on the shot clock, trailing by 5. Sissoko. And 2 free throws coming. So Slovenia trying to get in position to draw charges, and Sissoko doing a great job. His agility, moving side to side and avoiding barreling into the defender and having the charge called. Back to a 4-point game. Takes the second, Sissoko makes it, and France coming back. 3-point advantage for Slovenia, but a little bit of momentum now for the Blues. Nice drive, and how many times have we seen that Slovenia feed the ball down on the baseline and they get an easy one, almost uncontested shot. Prabar earning a living with those drives and dunks. And Iakite with a beautiful shot from deep. France get closer. Almost the one thing that we saw against Croatia, they are not afraid to fight back from behind. Good defense is going to stay at this end. Remember, no Sanke today for France. I don't know if he's out for the rest of the tournament. I'm assuming he is. He's there just to the left of the coach. Huge game against Croatia yesterday at the 18 points. 11 on the shot clock for Slovenia. They pass it out. Now they get the drive. They go back out. Good movement. And, oh, boy, what a mistake by Pawn. Petkovsky going to the free throw line for 3 free throws. They've hit so many threes today. You can understand why France are eager to get out and get a hand in the face, including Petkovsky, who banked one in the first half. He missed the first free throw, makes the second. Now he's going to take another one. What a great city Ljubljana is. So many big games, so many big tournaments. EuroBasket 2013. In fact, France won that EuroBasket title, beating Lithuania in the final. So that was 13 years ago. These guys just would have been little boys at the time, but drawing inspiration from watching the big guys play. Slovenia went out in the quarterfinals at that tournament. Well, Sissoko definitely worth the price of admission, the way he's been playing. Nice pass inside. Oh, what a play. And driving in and laying it up and in is Suyak. France have made some adjustments, it seems like, at halftime. Their cuts a lot more crisp, a lot more pace. And ditto for this Slovenia team, although we saw that in the first half as well. And Prabak has just been terrific. Sissoko. So Yak knocks down to three. Boy, he's really become a factor here in this quarter. Three-point look. That time just grazes the front of the rim. Petkovsky. That long two, no good, but follow. Prabak gets it. Another three attempt, and France avoid giving up the three, and they finally get the basketball. Quickly up the floor, and the foul called on Grosic. So much ebb and flow. I mean, feels like it's all about momentum. But Coach A did a great job at halftime. France were kind of on the back foot when they went to the break. They've come out playing with a little more zip, a little sharper. Suyak has been big. Now here's Sissoko as well, driving in. Oh boy, great. No, I was going to say great rim protection, but Paganel whistled for the foul. Let's have a look. It's a tough one. I mean, he's not going into the player. His arms are perhaps not straight up, and that might be what cost him. And Sissoko does a great job of, I think, initiating contact and putting the pressure on the ref to get to the line. So he makes the first. I mean, he is a tough player, Sissoko. I mean, France just has players coming out of the woodwork. And makes another one. They've got a 1-point lead. You look at that. I mean, you look at the senior team setup right now. There's just so many guys just battling just to make the team in that backcourt. Almost, it's a thankless task for so many guys that must think their time is never going to come. But the Slovenia team is good. They're not going to give up the ghost. A beautiful drive, oh, but it doesn't follow. It doesn't fall for the Slovenian. Now quickly, France, Sissoko brings it back out. Tough drive and kept it down and scores. And Audrey puts France. That's impressive. I mean, they felt like they were in a little bit of trouble at halftime. But they are winning the battle here in the third quarter, 16-8, and now have a 63-60 lead. Well, this is a big moment for Slovenia. I can only assume some of their conversation is going to be about cutting off how to defend Sissoko, because he's causing so many problems with his handling of the ball, his driving. It feels like Slovenia are getting some good opportunities on offense. But I think more than anything, he needed to get a timeout just to kind of interrupt France, because they were on a roll. That time, Slovenia ready for the French pressure coming out of the timeout. Oh, nice handoff. Beautiful play. Excellent work. Bolhar with terrific patience. Forcing the French to play hard on defense, making them work. Audrey drives in and again gets a whistle, and he will go to the line. Rabar pleading his case, saying he didn't commit a foul. Audrey getting up slowly. I think. So the question is, who did they call a foul on? No, it was on Lovro Lapane. Sorry, that was on. Yeah, it was on Lovro. First one is good. So it was on Lovro Paine and not Rabar. And he makes the second. Seen so many times today where both teams have been rewarded for not just settling for jump shots, but driving to the basket. So Audrey shakes off the knock, goes to the line, makes both free throws, gives France a 3-point lead. Now goes out of the game. Wembanyama back in. Remember, Oscar Wembanyama, sensational in that first half with 9 points. Just really kind of helped build that French confidence. Little step back action. Oh, tough shot right at the end. And Wembanyama has it. Are they going to let him play? No, they're going to stop it. Well, not what you would expect from a team that just came out of the timeout, having to settle for a shot like that. Great crowd in this Tosice arena here in Ljubljana, site of many a great basketball tournament. EuroBasket women, when Belgium beat Spain in that thrilling final. EuroBasket men in 2013, and how about the drive by France's number 22, Mighty Douglas. You know, we were worried, really, I think, at the start of this game about France because of Sankei, the big man, being out. And then you had Mendy that got 2 early fouls. But, you know, the all-round play of France has been really good, but the guard play, and that's why they've been able to come back and take the lead. Oh. Pageant does what Pageant does well. Gets to the basket, gets fouled by Wembanyama. Well, the way that Pageant converts his opportunities driving to the basket, it's not really a bad foul. And to be honest, it was a pretty good attempt at the block. Pageant shakes it off, gets to the line, makes the first. First foul on Wembanyama, and he makes the second. And again, he's getting it done today, Pageant, like he has all tournament for this Slovenia team, cutting it back to a 3-point deficit. Douglas. Oh, little push. Good job getting the basketball out. And a 3-point shot not there for Wembanyama. It was there, he just didn't knock it down. 3-pointer. And Wembanyama misses, grabs the rebound. Slovenia now 9 of 21 from 3-point range. Wembanyama just inside the stripe. Good box out. Hrabar has it. I want to cut off his drive to the basket, forces it back outside. Now Pageant gets rid of it again. And some of these Slovenia guys can handle it, but now he turns it over. Pawn puts it up. That was a quick shot. Now on the open floor, Slovenia come back. Hrabar has it, and excellent work. Oh. Douglas thought he had stopped him, and Porciniti says no. There was a push. I mean, it was. I think early kind of. There was a moment there where he definitely kind of leaned into him, and that's what Porciniti saw and made him call the foul. Well, a technical foul's been called as well on A, so it tells you what he thought about the foul that was called. So Hrabar now at the line after his teammate Pageant makes a technical free throw. And he sinks both. Hrabar has been really good today. Here comes Slovenia with a chance to take the lead. Another one of those big momentum plays. Oh, good defense, getting the steal, 4-1 break, going in. Oh, and he was going to go for the dunk, and instead, Douglas gets it up on the rim and kind of forces it down. Points for Douglas. Well, you wonder where the points are going to come from. This France team is fired up. Excellent work defensively. The turnover. Petkovsky gets up, and with 11:47 remaining, feels like France have survived a very difficult moment there. That sequence with the technical free throw and the 2 free throws after that. And the key was the Oscar Wembanyama steal, which led to the fast break and the bucket. So Manic back in the game, number 15. I think if anything, this French team is really kind of feeding off of this crowd today. But they have got a long way to go. Wembanyama back down low. Ooh. And Diakite spins, turns, not able to convert. Good D. Don't forget, he's had a couple of shots blocked in there, so he might have been thinking about who was around him. Oh, almost turned it over. Pageant has it, shot clock winding down, puts it up from a long way out. Are you kidding me? The three from the next town, from Selya, and we are knotted at 69-69. Goodness gracious. That is called making a silk purse out of a sow's ear. That was a very, very big shot from Pageant. He's got 15 points, 2 of 3 from deep, 1 of 1 from way deep. Entry pass, Diakite. Spins, turns, goes up, goes to the left hand, and the battle is there. Petkovsky's appealing for a hook. Diakite, though, is going to go to the line, a couple of free throws. Petkovsky's saying that he kind of hooked him when he turned and made his move, but the referee's explaining that's not what he saw. Well, he carried the team in those first 5 minutes. Here he is missing the first. He's only had 3 points since. It's his first free throw miss. He does have 8 rebounds. Ooh, boy, 2 big misses. And the reach and the foul. I believe that was on Pawn, yep. Well, Pageant on a few occasions today has had momentum changing plays. That last 3 that he hit was huge. And now Slovenia with the opportunity to go back in front. They actually called a foul on that play on Pawn, so Manic going to the line. Ooh, Manic makes just 1 of 2. Wembanyama chases down the rebound. Body's falling. Douglas drives in, takes a very difficult shot, and again is going to the free throw line. Crowd doesn't like it. Douglas, 17 points, leading the way. The player that was really interesting to me at the start of this second half was Sulhak. He had his best phase of the game. He's got 9 points. Douglas has been pretty consistent in terms of being a threat. Douglas says, can you put a towel to this? There's a little bit of perspiration, a little bit of sweat on the basketball. 3 consecutive free throws missed by France here in this final minute of the third quarter. Finally, he stops the rock with that one. And knocks it at 70. So they're going to try to hold it for this last shot here at the end. Into this third quarter. Don't want to foul here, Wembanyama. Oh, and they do get the turnover. And they get a shot up from midcourt. France was living dangerously there. They didn't want to commit a foul and put them on the line. But in the end, I'd say this is a pretty fair representation of the game. 70-70, we're knotted going to the fourth quarter. The winner to face the winner of Serbia-Spain, who play next in the final. So Slovenia, their three-point shooting dried up a little bit in that quarter now, 10 of 22. France, 8 of 18. France's free throw shooting left a little bit to be desired in that quarter. Look at the rebounding now. Slovenia with an edge. France a little bit better assist-wise, but look at that. The turnovers have hurt the Slovenians. They've got 15 from Pageant, including that huge 3. Grabar has 10. Petkovsky has 9. Well, I think one of the recipes for success for these teams is their depth, and that's been on full display today. Both coaches going deep to their bench. Everybody has played for the French, and all but 2 of the players for Slovenia have played. Well, hit the social media channels at NextGen Hoops. Let us know what you think. And also the EuroBasket channels. But this is FIBA basketball. It's exciting stuff. International hoops. These players, tremendous honor of wearing their national team jersey. And we're seeing it with the effort that they're putting in today. Douglas puts it up and in. Go ahead 2. He is not shy about putting him up. He's got 19. Excuse me, I think now he's got 20. Here's the drive and the block from behind and the foul. A terrific play. Pageant once again finds himself a big opportunity and just a little bit too much contact coming from behind by France. Well, Pageant just makes 1 of 2, but alert play. Getting the basketball back, Manic. So it could be a big trip down the floor. Goes for the foul. And they're going to call a technical foul, trying to draw the foul call. Going down, taking a dive. So technical free throw going to be attempted here by France. And it's going to be a Kanga Ahawa. No, no, it's going to be Douglas. I think Congo wants to take it, but Douglas is going up and he makes the technical. So big call as France get a 2-point lead. Well, it all comes down to the judgment of the referee. You know, it's you got to make those bang bang calls, but you know those simulation plays are the ones that really bite you if they get it called. If you get it called on you. Wembanyama from deep. That's a little long. Diakate once again, despite being boxed out, he's so long, getting his arms in there, getting the basketball, and they call the box out foul. So France going to have possession here. Conga Ihawa again hands it off to Wembanyama. And the basketball is going to stay at this end. Paine goes out. Douglas shot clock down to 4. Spins a little turnaround, gets it to go. Boy, he is a scoring machine right now, mighty Douglas. .23 points for Douglas. Good battle for the ball. Oh boy, and Slovenia didn't give up, and then they ended up fumbling it away. Manic. Now a chance on the open floor for the French. Ekange Ihawa takes it back out, gives it to Douglas. This is a 2 for Falls. Maybe not. Well, they get the basketball back. Good job inside by Audrey. Douglas again, and he is feeling it. And the last thing in the world you want to do is take him off the court. He is just ridiculous. Unbelievable. 26 points for mighty Douglas. And it's France leading at 78-71. Just under 8 minutes remaining. Slovenia called timeout. Coming out of the timeout and looking for a little bit of a momentum changing play here. What are we going to have? France fired up. Going to go down low and tough take. Medic spinning, banking it in, going for the high percentage look. Douglas brings it across midcourt. Down to 5. Douglas again. Oh my goodness. Playing himself into MVP contention with this performance, folks. He has been not just unreal, he's been surreal. he has been terrific. He came in averaging 11.2 points per game. His biggest game was 15 against Germany in the group phase. He had 10 against Croatia. And he has been off the charts excellent, especially in the second half. But really, all game long, he's contributed. Kanga Hawa with the foul. I think Coach A has to be pleased. He's able to keep Sissoko on the bench. Keeps Douglas out while he's as hot as a firecracker. Manage again. Follows up the miss. Doesn't get it. They battle for the basketball, and it's Slovenia with the foul. So Dravkovic. Douglas gets it across midcourt. 6.5 minutes remaining. Pass back outside. Diakite. Spins, turns, trying to do too much there. Oh boy, tough ball handling, and then the reach and the foul. Kanga Hawa just took it right away. And again, you go back to what our concerns were for France with the loss of Sankei and then Mendy picking up the early foul trouble. But I think the strength of the overall team has been quality, especially in the backcourt for France. Reinforcements coming off the bench. I mean, we've seen a lot of good depth. I mean, one day it's going to be Sankei. The next day it has to be somebody else. But still a long way to go in this one. 6 minutes remaining. And they're trying to affect arguably the best player in the game right now. Douglas gets rid of the basketball. Odri back outside. 3-point shot. Well, they settle for Kanga Hawa with the three. With Douglas being hounded. 5.5 minutes remaining. I guess in and of itself, that's a minor victory for Slovenia to try to get the ball out of his hands. Oh boy, how many times have we seen that? Beautiful play. Grocic goes baseline, is back to a 5-point advantage for the French. Here's Douglas. And the blocking foul called. Zdravkovic. Chris might not want to egg on the crowd too much. Clearly it's firing them up. So Douglas going back to the free throw line, where he's 6 of 9 today. And again, he has 28 points. His previous high in this tournament, 15 against Germany in the group phase. Takes his time, he's got 29. And you think about, you know, All-Star 5 by the end of the tournament, the better you play, the more meaningful games you play late in the tournament, in these big games. Those count for a little bit extra. Douglas making both free throws. But we've seen just Slovenia, remember, who haven't lost in this tournament, and saw some really good stuff from them in the first half. Haven't been quite the same in the second, but they still got the quality. But they're going to have to start putting it together here as we get to winning time. They're trailing by 7 points. The key could be Panjic. Gets it to the corner. High arcing three. Terrific effort on the glass from both teams. And it's going to be Slovenia basketball. Great effort by Lovro Faganel. Going up and competing. So they're going to keep it. Entry pass, and they give up a layup on the inbounds. That is a big no-no for France. Brocic, another 2 for him. Sulak back in the game for France. Nahawa tries to get the basketball to Mendy, goes out of bounds. And you could just feel the French wobbling just a little bit here. They had to, I'm guessing the coach felt like he had to get Douglas out of the game. Brings it up to court. Slovenia, will they look to go down low again? They do. They get it to the corner. Nice passing. And the ball kicked out of bounds. Mendy with the reach. 8 on the shot clock. Panjic puts it up on the baseline, a little bit flat. France don't wait around. 0-3 takes it all the way. Good defense by Slovenia, but it's going to stay at this end. Bukowski, I think, is hoping maybe they were going to say it was his team's ball. So he's been resting a lot, Sissoko, as Douglas has carried this French offense for the majority of this second half. Sissoko back in. Travels. The hardest time of the game for a team that's been leading, especially against a really solid unit like this Slovenian team. And great defense by Wembanyama. Reaches in, gets a steal, and he is in attack mode. He's going to go all the way, puts it up, and the blocking foul sends Oscar Wembanyama to the line. Well, one thing we've learned from France the last couple of possessions, they are not going to wait around. They're going to push the ball quickly here. They don't want to have to set up in the half-court offense, try to allow the defense to get back. They want to go at them immediately. And this time it pays dividends as Wembanyama gets to the line. I mean, under 20, a lot of growth for these players, and we've seen a lot of good stuff from this guy, Oscar Wembanyama. Very impressive. But that was not impressive. Missed a couple at the free throw line. In fact, now he's 3 of 9 from the floor, so he had a much better first half. Ooh, well short. And Slovenia get the basketball. So a couple of big misses for Oscar Wembanyama. Panjic for 3, that's short. Gets it back, the reach and the foul. Just the 3rd team foul in France. Foul on Sulak, going for the tip to try to get out of the break with 3:16 remaining. The winner will face the winner of the next game in the final. The next game is Serbia against Spain. Panjic again for 3. Yes! And it's a 2-point game. And he's the guy that has to be on the court. Panjic has just been money. big time. 19 points for Mark Padgett. I'll tell you, the player that's been relatively quiet, that had a lot of plaudits coming into this one, is Orban Kroflic. He's played just 7 minutes, 8 points. And you can see the winners in the past tournaments. France won it 2023, 24. Spain won it 2016, 22. Israel 2018, 19. Italy won it last year. Who's going to win it this year? Well, you've got 4 choices. Will it be France? Will it be Slovenia? Will it be Serbia? Will it be Spain? Because those are the semifinalists, and we're getting right down to the end. And it just feels like the momentum has changed just a little bit, and I'm curious if Coach A is maybe needs to think about getting Douglas back in the game since he's had the hot hand. He's got Sissoko in. A little bit more control this time, but it's short. But then they get it back. Slovenia don't rebound, but then they tie up. No, traveling is the call. Iakite and Slovenia have it with a chance to tie it or take the lead. So Sissoko goes out and Douglas comes back in. And I think that's nothing against Sissoko, but I think he sat on the bench for so long. I think he kind of lost a little bit of his rhythm. And really, if you've got Douglas who's been playing so well, you need to go back to him. And I think that's what Coach A is thinking. But the question is, it may not be up to them. It might be up to Slovenia now and Padgett. Bounce, oh, back door and the dunk, and we're tied. How quickly things change, and look who it is, Mark Padgett. Now he's a potential MVP. Unbelievable. Suyak steps back. And Slovenia looked like they were on the ropes just a few minutes ago, and here they are tied with the basketball. Got to switch. Iakite, Padgett puts it up from downtown. Unbelievable. Wow, the star is born. Unbelievable Padgett. Look at him. These are the moments that serve as launch pads to stardom. Here at the under-20 European the EuroBasket, unbelievable Padgett. The shots that he's made today, how difficult they are, how meaningful they are, how clutch they are. And look at the celebration. So at 20 against Belgium in the round of 16. He had 17 against Romania in the group phase. He had 12 against Turkey in the quarterfinals. But this is a different different situation altogether against one of the powerhouses, and Douglas comes back and puts up a three, and it's long. And it's Pageant with the rebound. They don't need to hurry. They're going to put it up. That was early, and knocked down the three. And Slovenia with Petkovsky knocking it down. They go up by 6, and how quickly things have changed. And the only good thing now for France is they're going to the line with the clock stopped. Wow. And another missed free throw for France. And this is not going well for the visitors. They've missed a bunch of them. He takes his time. He makes the second. They're shooting free throws in the 60s, which ideally you want to be at least in the 70s, I think. 5-point game. Pageant again, tough shot, doesn't get a foul. It's going to lead out to a break for France. And Douglas goes in, and I don't know how he finished that one, but that was a spectacular finish. Going to the left hand, and Douglas makes a crucial contribution. Wow, big time. So 32 points for Douglas now. That's a game high. And maybe you don't want to sit back. Maybe you want to attack. But maybe that last possession for Slovenia was, well, they were in a bit of a rush. And that led to the fast break opportunity. Now France just one possession behind. Interesting. They got Petkovsky bring the basketball up the floor. Okay, hands it off to Pageant. Pageant drives and gets to the free throw line. Fouled by Wembanyama. Pageant has been doing it all for his team. I mean, what a tough drive that is. Honestly, not terrible defense, but I think the refs have been pretty consistent about how they've been calling it, these drives. Oh! This is the first. Needs to lock in here, make this second, make it a 2-possession game. And if you're France, you need to rebound for your life here. Got to box out. So he does make the second, and it is a 2-possession game. 25 points for Pageant. And now France called timeout. So it's a perfect opportunity for France. Well, it's not a perfect opportunity, but you've got 11.6 seconds before you get to 24. So you kind of want to get a shot up early if possible. If you're talking about getting 2 for 1, in other words, you get up the first one, then you have to get a stop, and then you would have a few seconds left to get the second one. But maybe what's more important right now for the coach is to get a bucket to make this a one-possession game, and then set up your defense, try to get a steal, or definitely get a foul and put Slovenia back on the line. You really have to pay tribute to this Slovenia team, the way they clawed their way back. I mean, you know, they could have caved. Things were not going well. They were down 82-75 with 5:15 remaining. And they did not give up the ghost. They just continued to battle. Douglas with the 32 points for France. He might get it right back. That was definitely the attempt, and boy, they commit the foul and put Sulhak on the line. And in my mind, that is a terrible play by Slovenia, because hardly any time goes off the clock. And now they can, if they can make 2 free throws, then they can play defense and try to get the ball back and go down and score to tie it or to win it. So hardly any time went off the clock, and that is to France's benefit. And Sulak makes the first. I mean, it's little things like that. I mean, the clock is the enemy of the French right now, so you don't want them to, you don't want it to stop. So he makes both. It's a one-possession game. Now they've got a chance to play D. Oh, they get the steal. It's Wembanyama. And he's going to go up. He's going to tie the game. Incredible. Unbelievable. Now the pressure is on Slovenia. They just turned it over. And if France can get a stop, they might be able to go down and win it. Slovenia need to execute. They need to take this down as far as they can, I think. What a turn of events. Wembanyama with a huge steal and bucket. Now the fake. Oh, bounce pass down low. Oh, and it goes off of France and out of bounds. Zdravkovic has injured himself. He's going to, or no, excuse me, that is Grosic. He's going to go out of the game. And Pina is going to come in. And folks, under 20 EuroBaskets are second to none, especially the deeper in the tournament you get. You get games like this. And they want to see, I think, who the ball went off out of bounds. They want to double check while they have the timeout, because they can look at it. Under 2 minutes. Pretty sure it went off of Diakite. But even so, you know, Slovenia are going to have to get the shot up, and then there is going to be a mad scramble. Oh my goodness, they gave the ball to France. Oh my goodness. What an incredible I thought it went off of France, Diakite. You see Spain sitting behind the bench watching. They're going to play Serbia next, the other semifinal. 8.4 seconds left. France inbound the ball to Douglas. Oh, you're walking a fine line. Oh, they fall down. Douglas gets open jumper. Oh, and now a foul has been called. Incredible. You can't make up. Pawn going for the basketball inadvertently clatters into Petkovsky. Well, I mean, they're scrambling for the basketball. 0.7 seconds remain. It's a tough way to pick up a foul, but it is a foul. I think they're going to review this and just make sure they've got the right amount of time on the clock. Wow, what a break for Slovenia. Unbelievable. They survive the shot from Douglas. And now a gift, really, of a foul, because he definitely wasn't trying to be physical there. He was just trying to get the basketball. Let's see how much time is left. And yeah, and I think it's a good call. I mean, they're both going for the ball, but it looks like Pawn kind of moves into him. It's still a tough call on Pawn, don't get me wrong. And I thought France got a huge break when they won that out of bounds call. But clearly the referees had different things they were looking at. So I think there's going to be 1 second left. Okay. So it comes down to this. I think if he makes the first, you just intentionally miss the second one. You don't give France any chance, because then they would have to rebound it, throw it up the court. If he makes the first one, I think it's game over, unless he makes the second. And now I think he needs to miss the second, but he needs to make sure he hits the rim. No, he makes the second. Okay, France don't have any timeouts, so that's why. And then it goes off their hands. It goes off the hands of Sulyak, and a incredible win for Slovenia, an incredibly disappointing loss for France, but you can't blow a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter the way that they did yesterday. They came back from one against Croatia in the quarterfinals. Today they blew one. And Slovenia, led by the utterly sensational Mark Pageant, have snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, really, winning it 91-89 in just a remarkable semifinal. And Filip Pekovsky celebrates as he held his nerve right at the end and made the game-winning free throw. Then he made the second one as well. I thought he should have missed it, but he made it, and it's Slovenia that goes into the final. Now the question is, will they face Serbia or will they face Spain? Because those two teams play next. 91-89, Slovenia beat France in the first semifinal of the under-20 EuroBasket. So France 20-46 inside their 9 of 24 from deep. Look at that, 4 more threes for Slovenia. And the free throw shooting left a little bit to be desired for both teams, but that man made the two most important right when they counted. And Slovenia having a dream under 20 EuroBasket with their first huge test. Pageant 25 points, Petkovsky 14, Grosicki 11, 32 for Douglas. But it wasn't enough for France to fall for the first time in the under-20 EuroBasket. Slovenia remain unbeaten. Well, of all the semifinalists, France the first one to finally taste defeat as they go down against host Slovenia, and just smile. It's a team sport. Listen, guys, everybody contributes, but there's no doubt that it's the guy that drove this team today, Mark Pageant, that was utterly superstar quality. I mean, he was terrific. Quabar as well had his moments. Back of the highlights of this game, there is Pageant, who was pretty much, I would say, unstoppable, really. I mean, this was his world. We were living in it until Douglas came in the second half and took over. Pageant 7 of 15 from the floor, 4 of 7 point range, had 4 rebounds, he had 6 assists. He did foul out right in the end. So had the game gone to overtime, they would not have had their best player. But plenty of talking points in this game. Kwiatkowski, 6 of 7 at the free throw line. He only averaged 4.2 points per game coming into this. He had a couple of games. Well, he had one game against Romania, didn't score. His previous high was 6 points against Czechia, as well as Belgium in the round of 16. So for him to come out and do what he did today, that was hugely important. Kwiatkowski. And my understanding is that the reason why Kofic only played 7 minutes because he picked up some type of injury. So trying to get more confirmation. Well, imagine there he was after that huge shot. And next up now, Serbia and Spain.